One of the snakiest things one of my boyfriends ever did, and this was before he was my boyfriend, but I'll go into when he became my boyfriend as well. So I was 14 years old. I was still just about living with my mum. Like, we were on the very verge of not living with each other anymore. Me and this guy, I'm going to call him Jack. Me and Jack started talking. Like, we'd met before. We'd met through mutual friends. Got on really well, but he had a girlfriend. So it's purely platonic, and it would just be a high situation. Like, if I was with my friends and he was with his friends and me and him bumped into each other, we would just say hi. I didn't fancy him at all. Him and his girlfriend broke up for reasons unknown. Me and him started texting all the time and like MSN days, yeah, MSN? We are messaging each other all day, every day. I thought I was in love. I really, really liked this guy. One day I confessed my feelings to him over text, of course. I wouldn't have done it in person. And he was like, yeah, I like you too. Let's meet up, just me and you, because me and him had never met up alone before. So I was like, okay, great. Like, I'll see you Saturday. Gets to Friday. I get a message from him on MSN. And the message I got from his account was, Slaney, it's Sarah. Sarah was his ex. He's messaging me on his account. She's like, yeah, it's Sarah. You need to stop talking to him because me and him are about to get back together. So I was like, am I being pranked? Like, what is this? I get a webcam request and I accept it because me and this guy, Jack, we used to always webcam each other. So I thought it was going to be him and he was going to tell me it was all a joke and a prank because I'm 15 and naive. No, her fucking face comes up on the screen. It's her. And I can see him just in the background like a little bitch. He's just sitting on his bed in the background watching this girl messaging me like, why are you talking to my ex? Me and him, they had broken up for like 6 months. They had broken up for 4 months before me and him started talking, and we'd been talking for 2 months and still hadn't met up in private. What hurt the most? It wasn't that she was messaging me. What hurt the most is he is just sitting in the background, and I really liked him. Like, I genuinely thought I was in love with him. Anyway, the worst part was as well, what made it worse, she wasn't even being like nasty about it. It more came across as like patronizing. Oh, I should mention, by the way, this guy was 18. Let me just mention that. I'm 14, he's 18. When you're 14, honestly, it felt cool to be talking to an older guy. Like, I'm talking to a guy who can buy me my alcohol, buy me cigarettes, and it's only when you get older that you're like, no, you were literally nearly a paedophile. Wait, I say nearly because I thought it was under 13. No, it's still, no, you're still, yeah. Anyway, though, so that happened. So they get back together. Me and him stopped talking. Me and my mom stopped living together. I was staying with a friend and I only stayed with her for like 4 nights. And then he messaged me and was like, I'm so sorry. Like, this is over text. He's like, I'm so sorry. Me and Sarah are broken up for good. I really want to get to know you. And at first I was a bit like reluctant, like, no, like what you did really hurt my feelings, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, no, just come mine. You can stay the night. When he said that, you can stay the night, the problem was my friend was going away on holiday with her parents and her parents weren't going to bring me with them. So I actually didn't have anywhere to sleep the next day. I had been asking around everywhere, like, can I stay at yours? Can I stay at yours? Couldn't stay at anyone's. So I was like, oh, I could stay at his so that I have somewhere to sleep. Because yeah, my mum had kicked me out. She wasn't letting me come back. So I was like, okay, if I go meet him, I have somewhere to stay for the night. He knew my circumstances. I'm not saying he was like grooming me like, oh, I know she's homeless and I can get something from this, but it was all very coincidental. And long story short, yeah, I stayed at his that night. He asked me to be his girlfriend and said I could live with him. He lived with his parents, by the way, like, and his parents knew my age. They knew I was 14 and he was 18. They knew we were sharing a bed, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, long story short, he was like, you can come live with me. And that is the story of how I ended up in a 4-month relationship with him. I needed somewhere to live. And also, I did really like him. Like, it wasn't just I need somewhere to live. But like, in hindsight, he did not love me. I genuinely think so. Him and his girlfriend are broken up and I was just like this convenient person that he knew would want him back because he knew how much I liked him. What a nonce.